Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick introduction to compression, a segue into the future compression videos that I will be making shortly. So I'm just going to start right away and talk about the threshold. So our threshold is basically what tells our compressor to turn on. When an audio signal passes your threshold, your compressor turns on. So now let's jump to attack. So the faster your attack or the slower your attack is how fast the compressor turns on or how slow the compressor turns on. So if we have it set to 10 microseconds, our compressor will turn on very, very quickly. And if we have it set to 300 milliseconds, it will take 300 milliseconds for our compressor to turn on. So now let's jump down to release. The release goes from 5 milliseconds to 4 seconds. And the release tells us how long the compressor stays on once activated. So if it is at 4 seconds, our compressor will stand for 4 seconds, and if it's at 5 milliseconds, our compressor will stand for 5 milliseconds. Now we'll jump over to ratio. So right now it's set 2:1, so that means we are going to get half as much audio back as what went in. So if we put in 2 decibels into the compressor, we will get 1 decibel back. And it goes from 1:1 to 100:1. So if we put 100 decibels through this compressor, we would only get 1 decibel back. And then we have our knee. And what our knee does, it's the moment that the compressor will start to reduce the volume. So if we have it set all the way up to 30 decibels, you can see that it actually starts to compress a little bit before the threshold. So the compression seems more smooth. And if we turn down our compressor to 0 decibels, it's a very abrupt compression. And the knee is helpful in a lot of situations. In a vocal, you might want a very high knee because you don't want a super abrupt vocal compression. But in drums, you might want a very abrupt compression, like on a snare drum. So that is what the knee does. And then, of course, we have our gain, which you can move up and down. So let's walk through this. Our audio signal is flowing along. It passes the threshold. 300 milliseconds later, the compressor turns on. 5 milliseconds later, the compressor turns off. Since 3.2 decibels went in, we get 1 decibel back, and our knee is set to 0, so we have a very abrupt compression. And our gain is set to 0, so we have no gain makeup in that. So that's basically how compressor works. We have side chains, which if you get into side chains, you can get into making de-essers and EQing your compressed signal, and we are going to get into that in another video. So this video didn't really teach you anything in a sense that you can apply it to a song yet, but those videos are coming shortly. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew the main 6 functions or knobs that are in your compressor on Pro Tools and obviously on any other DAW as well. So keep watching. I will have some other compression videos up hopefully this week, and thank you for watching.